Today, I'm back with another mega physical media breakdown video for you all. This is where we run down physical media by the numbers. First, we take a look at the top 20 selling 4K Ultra HD discs of a previous week. I give you my thoughts and recommendations on every single title there. Then, of course, we get into the market share breakdown, looking at the different percentages of these disc formats you love and see how well they're selling in comparison to one another with DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks. And then we get into talking about the state of physical media overall and the future of physical media and where we're going next. No Q2 sale numbers yet, so that part's not going to be in this episode. But like I said, we're going to do our best to give our best analysis on the physical media data we have. So let's get into those top 20 sellers. Here at the bottom, we got Poltergeist from Warner. Great for spooky season. I think the 4K is fantastic, but it does get super wild and bright in certain moments. So just be cautioned by that overall. But yeah, it's a good spooky movie. Next up, we got Batman Mask of the Phantasm from Warner. Did get a good discount a little while ago, and this is just one of the best Batman movies of all time. All right, next up, we got a new one from Paramount with Knuckles. Yes, that TV series, basically a spin-off of the Sonic movies, and I have not watched this show yet. I've heard mixed things about it, so it just hasn't tempted me too much. Next up, we got The Shining from Warner. Once again, perfect movie for spooky season, just very creepy and haunting. Great Jack Nicholson performance there. And then we got Van Helsing from Universal. I think this is an underrated movie. I think it's fun, action, monster, blockbuster, amazingness. So I have a good time seeing Hugh Jackman in there taking on all these vampires and other creatures of the night. Next up, we got to have a new one with All of Us Strangers from Criterion. Know nothing of this title. Once again, I only consider Criterion's when we get to Criterion sale time. But maybe there's a flash sale right around the corner. Next up, we got The Boy and the Heron from Shout Studios. This was going to be on the list for the longest time. It's just getting so much recognition for being the best animated picture winner of last year. And then, of course, we got to have a new one here with The Strangers from Shout Studios and Universal. I think The Strangers is a really good kind of home invasion slasher horror movie. Very creepy. I mean, the masks are terrifying in this movie. So I enjoy this one overall. Do I need the 4K right away? Probably not, though. Another new one here. We got The Stepfather from Shout Studios. I've not seen this one. Once again, another horror movie, though, for spooky season. All right, next up, we got Jaws from Universal. One of the best Steven Spielberg movies of all time. More of a summer movie to me, but maybe people are picking it up for spooky season. And then we got The Batman from Warner. Of course, Batman 1989, one of the best superhero movies of all time. And then we got to have The Lost Boys from Warner. Once again, spooky season month. So, yeah, makes sense. Got vampires. Next up, we got A League of Their Own from Sony Pictures. Really good Tom Hanks movie, inspirational sports story. So, really enjoyed that one. Next up, we got the Dark Knight trilogy from Warner. So much Batman stuff on here. I guess in celebration of Batman Day that just passed. So there you go. I guess people are picking up all the Batman physical media they can out there. And then, of course, we got a new one here with Wind River from Lionsgate. I believe they did a nice stillbook of this one, if I'm not mistaken. But I have not seen this movie at all. I heard it's pretty good, though. Basically, like a modern crime thriller of sorts. So I do want to check that one out eventually. Next up, we got Beetlejuice from Warner. Once again, the sequel, Beetlejuice doing so hot at the box office, still keeping up those numbers. So, yeah, it makes sense. People are going back to the original. Next up, we got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes from 20th Century. I think this was a really good entry into the franchise. And then we got some new titles here. With the top three are all new titles. Pretty shocking, but that's very cool. We got a new one here with Kill from Lionsgate. Don't know much about this one. I think it's a zombie movie, if I'm not mistaken, though. I think they had a steelbook come out of this one. And then we got a new one here with Horizon and American Saga Chapter 1 from Warner. I thought this one had a lot of good ingredients, but to me, it just felt more appropriate for a TV show like an HBO Max series because it's a super long movie and you don't get a complete story here, unfortunately. But like I said, there's good elements in here, but just not enough to stand as a standalone. movie. And who knows if we get the other chapters because it didn't do so well at the box office. And then next up, we got a new one here with Inside Out 2 from Disney. I think this title is going to remain on this list for a long, long, long time because it just dominated the box office for so long. I think it's going to dominate the physical media world for probably at least a few months, if not the rest of the year. I just think people are going to be all over this title. And I can't blame them. Really good Pixar movie. Excellent sequel. All right, there we go. Those were the top 20 selling 4K Ultra HD discs of a previous week. We see Shout Studios killing it with their spooky season titles. We see Warner killing it with all their Batman stuff. And yeah, just a lot of kind of spooky classic catalog titles coming back for these months. Wish we would have even more new stuff here, but there's at least a decent mixture of new stuff, old stuff, studio boutique label. So I will take that every day. But let's now get into the market share breakdown. So let's bring up some charts here. Let's go into the files, of course, for you all. And wow, yes, these numbers are looking interesting today. So let me bring up another chart too so we can compare here. So yes, awesome. Okay, let's take a look here. Week ended September 14th. We have Ultra HD at 10.6%, which I think is just for 4Ks. Wish they would be about 15% or higher. At least Blu-rays are still above the 30% marker, and then DVDs are below 60%. As compared with the week before that, we had 4K still about the same, only a percent or so difference. And then Blu-rays were way down though. Those were like 20 something percent. And DVDs were way high up, almost getting close to 70%. So at least more people are picking up the Blu-rays, which are nice to at least get the HD format. I mean, I really like the Blu-ray disc format myself. They don't get those, pesky scratches as much. The protective coating on them is really nice. And they just look really good on most modern TV. So I love the high definition format. I wonder if we'll ever see those kind of get flipped around Blu-ray and DVDs. But once again, you go into a Walmart, there's just a heck ton of DVDs out there. Not a lot of 4Ks to speak of. Not even a lot of Blu-rays to speak of. Like, once again, it's almost 80%, 90% DVDs out there in the stores like Walmart. I wish they would push Blu-ray a little bit more. Like, they got those cool, like, Halloween slip covers, glow-in-the-dark orange, right? Why not throw those on some Blu-rays to promote the sales of the Blu-rays? I think if they adjusted what quantities they had in store, I think we would see the high definition format sell a little bit more. So yeah, still have DVDs there. Of course, you want that cheap, convenient option for a lot of the casual audience, but can we make it like 20% of the store or 30% of the store, and then the rest go to Blu-rays? And then I know 4Ks will be smaller, but make at least 10 to 20% 4Ks, right? And then we have most of it at least Blu-rays that have high definition format, and then people will actually pick them up because Blu-rays still can be reasonably priced if they price them in a certain way. So yeah, that would be awesome if we saw that change. Will it ever change? Probably not, because they just see the bottom numbers of DVDs dominating from week to week. But also, why are they dominating? Because they have so much DVDs out there, right? It goes hand in hand. So we'll see if that ever changes. But of course, the collector market is still going strong out there. The boutique labels are supporting collecting out there. Of course, we get new announcements from these boutique labels all the time with Shout Studios and Criterion and Arrow and just so many more labels just plentiful out there for our online shopping. But I would love to see those more in store. I know Best Buy used to have more of the boutique label stuff in stores. I wish Walmart would do more of that as well. But I would say check your local Walmarts because a lot of their stuff is getting discounted as they bring back their DVDs with the orange slip covers. Some of their previous 4K steelbooks might be discounted. I was able to pick up a whole bunch from my local Walmart that got pretty sizable discounts. So definitely check your areas in your Walmarts and see if they have anything on sale that you'd be interested in, of course. But there we go. I still think physical media overall is declining, from decade to decade, of course. But we got a collector market, and we're going to do our best to keep enjoying what we love out there and to keep it going strong. So there we go. Those are just my quick thoughts for this week. Once again, they might change next week. It just happens. That's why you got to keep up to date on all this amazing physical media number goodness. The only way to do that is by turning on that subscribe and notification bell. Of course, liking the video and and sharing this video out. That way we get the good word about physical media collecting out to more collectors out there. That's how we grow this amazing community you are a part of. And then, of course, leave in the comments below, what do you think of the physical media numbers this week with all the different disc formats and the top selling 4Ks? And of course, where you think the state of physical media is going and all that fun stuff. We love talking about why I can still talk, of course. Let's have those fun movie conversations down below. Have a great day watching them movies. And of course, go ahead and mega smash the next video right now. And thank you so much, my Mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.